Last year, the Griffith Panthers won 8 games, which is 4 more than they did the year before. They also made it to a sectional final berth. And what's their reward for having such a great season? Well, now they move up from Class 3A to Class 4A, which is nothing new for our guest today, Griffith coach Ben Griffith, because we talked before we went on the air, and you said you've been there, done that, right?
I've been there. When I was Munster, we were 5A. Highland, we were 4A. First year I came into Griffith, we were 4A, and now 3A for 3 years and back up. So I've made the jump up and down and all around.
So, nice poetry, by the way. But now, that being said, what's the difference in being 4A as opposed to 3A as far as preparation is concerned?
I think the biggest one there is the number, 3 and 4. As far as competition-wise, there were some monsters in the 3A sectional and there were some monsters in the 4A sectional. So either one, I think we had our work cut out for us.
Now, you mentioned about the playoffs. That's a good ways away. You mentioned that also before we went on the air. So you're not even thinking about that 3A, 4A thing, I would imagine, right?
We have some pretty tough opponents coming up here in the next couple weeks. Chesterton coming in tomorrow. Michigan City, we're going over there week 1. So I think our focus is, biggest one is on our team, and the second one is that week 1 opponent, Michigan City.
Now, for people who aren't familiar with the jumping or demoting from classes, how does that work, and how did you wind up in 4A?
I think we wound up in 4A by around 6 students. So it was the number of students we have in our school, and those 6 that came in and happened to just bump us up a little bit.
If you saw those 6 students right now, what would you say to them?
Welcome. 4A, 3A, that's the beauty about Indiana playoffs is everyone starts 0-0. So it's a brand new season, and regardless if we're in 3A or 4A, we come to compete and win.
Let's talk about the players on this team right now. Gaddafi Coleman, a workout warrior, weight room warrior, and a pretty darn good football player, comes back this year.
A pretty darn good football player, like his work ethic you mentioned, but he's a great leader and he is a great role model for the young guys coming up and showing how we do things in the program.
They did an article on him not too long ago about his bench press. Where is he pressing right now?
I think he moved up. He's one of our first guys since I've been around to hit over 300, but I think the biggest impressive is he's cleaning around 305, and so he'll break the school record, which I believe is 305.
And Fred Winston at quarterback had a pretty good season for you last year. Let's talk about him.
Now, Fred Winston has, stepped up tremendously in the leadership aspect, and he's what we want in our quarterback. He leads the huddle, he leads people around, he holds everybody accountable, and I think, talent-wise, he's always been there, but now he's got that next gear and that leadership, and whenever he's doing, everyone's watching, and that's what we want at our quarterback.
Let's go back last year. You lost 2 of your first 3 games. Then you turned things around and won 7 of your next 8, made it to a sectional final. Point to a situation last year that turned this season around for you.
Season. The tenacity we have in our kids. We had some outstanding leaders. Josh Miller, who we lost to graduation, but he was a guy that, when we came in, we were 1-2. He made sure everyone was accountable. Still going, still trucking forward, knew what we wanted and our goal. After leaving that conference, we knew our goal was to win that conference, and I told the guys after the loss to Hobart that whoever wins this conference is going to have 1 loss, and it just happened to be us and Hobart. So that's credited to the coaches to put instill the confidence in them and the players to believe in each other and themselves.
4 wins in your first year, you double it last year to 8. What are your expectations this year?
To continue to win. Right now, I think it's important for us to take it 1 practice, 1 game, 1 week at a time. We're not at that point where we can keep looking ahead to sectional playoffs, and right now we need to concentrate on today and tomorrow.
Let's talk a little bit about what's new with Griffith this year. We know Coleman's here, Winston's here. What's new about this football team that can help you this upcoming season?
Guys you don't know, Anthony Compton, who has been an outstanding, he had a breakout season last year at defensive end. He'll play a little more both sides of the ball, a fullback and that defensive end spot. Savion Miles will come in at wide receiver, and we lost about all 6'3" of our 3 receivers, and they come back with a couple 5'8", 5'9" guys. So the type of routes they're running are a little different, but the way they run them, they're crisp, their hands are sure, and I'm excited about that group.
Do you feel there's a bullseye on your back after last year because Griffith football is back? Now when you play them, you have to bring your A game.
Oh, absolutely. We're no longer sneaking up on anybody. We kind of made our presence known of how we do things now and the way we play, but we like that target on our back. That's much better than reaching up and sneaking on people. I like coming face to face.
Point well taken, Coach. Thanks a lot for the time, and we wish you well this season.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming out.
Okay, Joe and Wayne, take it.